Michelle, this is your second time competing this season. In about a month, you're going for a record-tying 9 U.S. titles. How have you prepared for this challenge?
Well, like I prepare for any national championship, you just focus on what you have to do. And it is sort of a special one for me because Maribel Vince and Owen taught Frank Carroll, and you know, if I do win this, it'll be my 9. So I don't know. I have to just enjoy myself because I've had a very lucky career, and I just got to look at it that way.
Well, speaking of that, this is your 12th year as a senior in a sport that really takes its toll on injuries. What do you attribute to having such longevity in this sport?
Being lazy, I guess. Knowing when to push yourself and your limitations.
Use the ladies on the ice warming up. What a group we have here in suburban Detroit. It includes Michelle Kwan, the 5-time world champion, 8-time national champion. A bit of a question mark right now. She skated at the beginning of this season in the Campbell's International Classic. She has not competed since, more than 2 months away from competition. So too for Sasha Cohen. She was in that event, but she's been away from competition because of an injured back. So we'll see how she skates and how fit she is at a very critical time in the season. Remember, the Nationals not too far away.
And that's wonderful to see. But Michelle Kwan here at this competition has an amazing program to Bolero, and it was choreographed by Christopher Dean, who made it famous.
Right.
He skated to it with his partner Jane Torval at the '84 Olympics in Sarajevo, and it's a very challenging piece of music, but Michelle never shies away from a challenge, so it's going to be interesting. But she'll have to, you know, complete all those triple jumps if she's going to compete against Arena, because she is in great shape.
So we'll see. 3 of the top names in the sport set to go here in Detroit. So here's the 24-year-old who'll be trying to tie Maribel Vincent, who has 9 national championships next month in Portland. Michelle Kwan tries to win her 9th. But problems already here, guys. During the warm-up, she left, went off the ice, took her boot off, and rearranged whatever was under there, her sock, whatever it was, and now she's having problems again on the ice. Remember in 2001 in qualifying at the World Championships, it fell apart right before she was the first skater.
It's a very delicate thing how your foot feels in the boot and whether you've got the laces tied in exactly the right way. Sometimes you can spend 3 or 4 ties before they come exactly right, and I suspect that's what's happened here.
Well, because that's how you adjust the stiffness of the boot, and it has to be just right so that when she does land, she has that support. And that's what the laces are for, is for that kind of adjustment of comfort.
Ready to go now. You're allowed 2 minutes from the time they announce your name to start your program. Michelle Kwan ready to go.
Remember the music, Ravel's Bolero, the music that was behind one of the great performances of ice skating, Torval and Dean's win at the 1984 Olympic Games.
Her opening combination, triple toe, double loop.
Well, that was all right. Didn't look like the boot was hurting that.
Flip jump, this takeoff.
Very nice.
Very solid.
And look at the smoothness as she goes into this double axel. Oh, and of course, I hadn't had to say that. The first time I've seen her have a faulty landing on that in a long, long time.
Layback spin was a little bit slow.
there.
Spins both directions. This is to the left. Very steady combination. Actually, she took that out, so that has been re-choreographed right in that section.
She told us in early October when we saw her at that Campbell's Classic that this is a much different program than it will look at the end of the year.
Boy, she slipped off that toe pick there, and that caused a little bit of a fraying on that landing. Not as clean as it could have been. Nice half split jump, falling leaf. One of the things that's so great about this music is that it's a passion and it's phrasing, long edges. It's perfect for ice skating.
Is she matching it?
I think there's a lot of development yet to come in this program. Look at the way she drifted into that. Who can forget the end of the program that Torvill and Dean had? This does not match that. This does not achieve the quality that she can yet do, but I think it's yet there to come.
Somewhat conservative or tentative, you think?
Oh, absolutely. I think she was a little distracted. I think that boot problem at the beginning didn't get her in the mood, and you really have to be in the mood for this music. And here was her very solid triple flip. Watch her tap in right there. Nice turns in the air and a strong, confident landing. And this was a different story. This double axel, she had trouble, you know, getting that solid edge flowing out of that jump, and very shaky.
Now the kiss and cry with her coach, Rafael Aretunian. And the first set for technical merit, a couple of 1-5-5, the rest 5-6s. She didn't like how that looked.
Not as good as she is going to have to do.
Presentation marks, those are better as they usually are. A couple of 5-7s, the rest 5-8s.
Even those are not brilliant.
So that's the standard being set by Michelle Kwan.
Michelle, right before the free skate, you had problems with your skate. What was going on?
Well, after 2 minutes of being on the ice, I started slipping in my left skate, so I decided to take the rest of the time and take my skates off and just relace them again. And, you know, sometimes that happens, but just go out there and focus again.
Your thoughts on the performance itself? Are you happy with Bolero at this point in the season?
Well, it's always a work in progress, and I readjusted a lot of things in my program, new spins, footwork, and it's just a little tough because, you know, it's the end of the program and you're thinking footwork and you're thinking you're tired. And I guess I still have a little bit of time before nationals, so I'm going to go back to the rink and work really hard.
All right, Peter and Michelle here in our Marshall skating style vignette explains the importance of makeup in her performance.
Makeup is an important detail in my skating. It accentuates my features and helps create a mood or a character that I'm trying to portray. I want the person sitting in the furthest seat to be able to see my expression and emotions. Up until 1996, I wore no makeup. At that point, I realized that makeup can enhance my presentation. For my Salome program, I wore exotic makeup and even put rhinestones on the corner of my eyes. But sometimes it can work the other way. In 1998, I wore minimal makeup because I was trying to convey a mood of flying and freedom. Makeup may seem like a small detail, but it's huge in the big picture.
Michelle Kwan is your leader here at the Marshalls World Cup of Figure Skating in suburban Detroit.